as there's way too many, and there's moments where there would be a good story, like great story, but it just happened like at the end of the night, nothing leading up to it. But there's a couple I'm just gonna like blend together. Like when I took you out to downtown Flint, and we've never done that before together.
Yeah, to the Buckham Alley.
Buckham Alley, yeah. And we were with Mike and his ex-girlfriend. I don't remember her name.
I don't either, actually.
And I was kind of nervous going into it because at that time you were heavily involved in vodka, and when you get drunk, you would be an asshole to people that you didn't know. And I'm like, all right, well, let's fucking do this. We went to the Torch. And we drove separate, so it's me and you and them two or whatever, and we're sitting there outside smoking, and some dude rubbed you the wrong way by saying hi or something, because that's something that would happen. You're like, I just don't like the guy.
Right.
And he came in the bar.
I was already drunk as fuck when we got there.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was nervous.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there, and he comes up to the table and he starts talking about something, and he left. You're like, dude, I'm fighting him. I'm like, why? He said hi. He's like, no, he said fuck you to me. I was like, no, he didn't. He didn't say anything like that. He was being really nice. And then so like
he said fuck you. Yeah, dude.
You were getting ready
at some point.
You were getting ready to fight him. He did not say fuck you, by the way. He was really nice to us, and you're like getting ready to fight him. I was like, dude, you're not getting me kicked out of here. We've only been here an hour. Like,
yeah. I believe you. I honestly don't remember most of that because I was so drunk.
The Torch has a really good beer menu. They were one of the first beer snobs in downtown Flint. Like, they had Newcastle on tap back in like 2002, and I was like, this is fucking sweet.
Yeah. I just remember arguing with you outside and shit. I don't really remember even what happened.
Yeah,
with
did
that
you?
guy.
Okay, so I said, dude, if you fucking do anything like that, I don't have your back. I'm sorry, bro.
I actually remember. I thought it was you that was going to get in a fight with a guy. Is what I thought.
Wow, how backwards is that?
I know, because I was so drunk, I thought when we were outside arguing, you said you were going to walk home because you were pissed off. I thought you were pissed off about that guy.
No, that was you.
Oh, okay.
And then so I'm like, I'm leaving, dude. I ain't fucking putting up with this, dude. And you're like, all right, I'll be right back and go beat the guy's ass. So I like walked out. I'm smoking. And then, like, you just came out. I was like, dude, you're a fucking dickhead, dude. Why are you such a fucking asshole? I'm like, I bring you down here, and I was nervous that you're going to do this, and you did do this. And so I'm, like, walking, and I got no, you had my keys.
Right, which I didn't fight the guy.
No, you had my keys. You would do that. You would grab, when you get drunk, you'd either take... You took my smokes, too. I think it was one of those nights. You grab my cigarettes after you borrowed one, and just keep them in your pocket so you can hold them. And I'm not going to, like, try and fight my friend. I would, like, give me my fucking cigarettes back. No, dude, no, blah, blah, blah. So, you got my keys and my cigarettes, and I'm livid. And, so you're, like, fucking... I grab my cigarettes... and I get my keys, and then we're walking downtown Flint, and there's this big group of black people, and you're like grabbing on my fucking sleeve and shit. We're making this huge scene, like screaming at each other, and all these black people are like, white people crazy. And like fucking, and then we get to the parking lot, and then you fucking take my keys. And then you throw them or something. Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah, honestly. You threw my fucking keys, and I was like, "What the? You're okay." It turned from me like pissed off at you to you like concerned about me drinking and driving.
Yeah, that's what it was. I didn't want you to drive. I remember that part. Yeah.
And so I'm like,
I don't remember throwing your keys, but I remember I wouldn't give you them or something.
Yeah,
because I didn't
because
want you to drink and drive.
No, you took them from me. And then you threw them, and then so I'm on a hunt for my fucking keys, and I'm so fucking pissed. And then there's all these people like staring at us. We look like fucking scorned lovers, like these fucking gay guys. Are so upset at each other.
They're having a tiff. They're just having a tiff. Let them go.
And I mean, knowing me, I was probably drunk with a lisp or something. I was like, "You stupid son of a bitch!"
Dude, I can't believe you just threw my keys in the middle of Flint. Jesus, oh no.
And so when we left Flint, we went out to the Trestle in Montrose. And
when you finally found your keys.
Yeah, well, I mean, we drove out there.
Yeah.
I guess. And there's a girl named Jenny, and, like, I was single at the time, so when I saw her, I was like, she's kind of ugly in the face a little bit. There's something wrong with her.
I've known Jenny for years.
I have a couple friends that fucked her, and one of them is right over there, over that way. He lives right over there.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we get out there and we're gonna go. It was the Montrose pub. Is always how like a lot of our shit started. I guess some crazy shit would start at the Montrose pub.
Go to the Montrose pub and then go out to.
So we're leaving the Montrose pub, and there's this hangout spot called the Trestle, and it's railroad tracks over a river. And I think everyone knows what a trestle is. That's what it is, right?
A trestle technically is any steelboat bridge over water, yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's a railroad bridge over water.
So, yeah, we get out there, and this chick's showing her tits, and I'm single. I'm drunk still.
Yeah,
and
this was your first time out there, wasn't it? On the trestle?
No, no, we've done this before, but
oh, okay. I knew I did, but I didn't know if you went out.
My ex-drummer, the guy that played drums in the band that I was in, he came up from Florida, and, he's just like, I don't know, he's gung-ho about just music or whatever. So we get out to the Trestle, and he's like, do you have any of those songs that we used to fucking play and shit? Because we'd play at the machine shop when we recorded a couple of our shows or whatever, and I was like, actually, I do. And then none of you guys heard any of that stuff, so I set my phone, brand new phone. It was not even a week old. It was HTC HD7 it was a Windows phone, and I was so excited to get it. And I set it down.
The kickstand phone.
Yep.
The first phone with the kickstand.
It was one of them. Yeah. So I set it down. We're just like drinking and stuff, and the song came up that I hated in our set, so I wanted to switch it. So I went and grabbed my phone, and it fell between the railroad track ties and went right down the river. And like, awesome. For a split second, dude, I was jumping in that fucking thing to get my. And I was about to jump. I was like, that shit's fucked, dude. There's no way I'm gonna save that phone.
It's like a 40-foot drop from the trestle to the water, and the water's only about a foot deep, maybe 2 feet.
Even if I didn't get really hurt, that phone was fucked anyway.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been good if you jumped. You probably would have broke your legs at least.
So yeah, but then I was like, you know what? I don't have my phone, but I have this chick right here showing me her tits.
Jenny did that a lot.
Yeah, and then she's not attractive whatsoever.
No,
and she's never been on my Facebook friends, so she's not going to hear this. But she was kind of gross in the face. But I was like, titties are titties. I think she had a good what?
Can I talk?
Yeah, you can talk.
Who was it? I must have missed this conversation.
It's crazy Jenny. The Jenny chick that used to come over to me and Sarah's when we lived up there.
Oh, I probably never met her.
Yeah, she got into a fight with a saint worshiper chick at the Roadhouse.
Nice.
Yeah. I called her Crazy Jenny because I grew up with her. And
honestly, like the saint worshiper chick beat the fuck out of Jenny.
Yeah.
And then we go back to that night they got into a fight. We go back to Sarah's and she's like, I beat the fucking bitch's ass. I was like, no, you fucking didn't. You got stomped on.
Yeah, that demonic chick was beating on her.
It was like, fucking great.
Jenny was like pulling her hair, trying to hit her, and that chick was just beating the shit out of her.
Just pulling the fucking shit out of her hair and just like screaming at her like, bitch, you
was that the same? Was that devil worshipping chick the same bitch that was jerking Cliff off on the couch when we?
No, I don't even know who that was, but she did add me on Facebook after I declined the hand job.
Cliff got an HJ in front of you guys?
Yeah, right in front of me. And then she looked at me and she's like, do you want one? I was like, and I didn't say no right off the bat, and I was drunk.
She wanted to ski.
I think it was the fucking, the Van Halen night. I might have been.
Yeah, we were hanging out at Cliff's house, and fucking, they're in his room, and we're on the computer playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or whatever online, and I'm up at the computer, and actually, I think were you sitting on the bed, or
no, I was sitting on a chair next to the couch or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and it's like a couch bed, whatever. He slept on it, but yeah, and they had the covers pulled over him, and she was jerking him off right in front of us.
It wasn't like
we weren't supposed to know that it was going on or whatever, but
it wasn't like a big motion either. So Cliff had a little.
There's a lot of talk about
well, it doesn't always have to be a big motion. You know, you're not just fucking stroking banana.
But then, right when she got done doing that, she asked Ken if he wanted one too.
Yeah, she's like, do you want me to do this to you?
He was like, yeah, wash your hands first.
And I was, of course, at the time, I was single, and so I entertained the thought in her head. I was like, leading her on a little bit. I knew I didn't want one. coming straight out of Cliff's dick.
Right.
Like, I didn't
Literally.
want that on mine.
Literally coming.
So I kind of teased her a little bit. I was like, just wait a little bit, baby.
You should have said, give me a lefty.
No, it was, I don't even know where we're going with. Oh, okay. So, that,
back to the
yeah.
Jenny chick showing her tits.
So I was like, Cliff, fucking hook me up with this chick. Go talk to her and stuff. Because I have no game. Like, I just got out of a 6-year relationship where we had sex 3 times in the last 2 years. So I was like, go see if she's down or whatever. And he was like standing next to me, and she was at the car. And so he messaged her, and she sent it back, and he showed me his phone. She's like, he's not my type. But then she fucked a bunch of nasty dudes after that.
She fucked our friend Dave in me and my girlfriend's house, our duplex or whatever, in the
I
bathroom.
didn't say Dave was nasty.
But I'm not saying you were implying it was Dave, but she fucked my friend Dave in the bathroom at our house when they were having a party. They just acted like it was no big deal. Just went in there, fucked, and then came back out. And Sarah was like, what was going on in there? I'm like, I think Dave and Jenny just fucked in the bathroom. And Jenny's like, yeah, we just had sex. We might as well just bring it up because everybody here knows it happened. And Dave was all fucking embarrassed and shit. But she wouldn't even fucking suck your dick.
I'm going to cut that out. No, seriously, that's bullshit.
That kind of reminds me of
the story I was getting at. We got into a fight, an argument from a bunch of black people, and they thought we were gay white guys probably. And then I got turned down by a really ugly chick, and I lost my brand new phone all in the same
not
night.
a good night.
No, it was probably, and then we became roommates, and there's a lot of stories that we could talk, but
yeah, we lived above a bar for a fucking year, so
those
it
are
was
good times.
Constant parties,
really good times. Like I miss those days. Like,
yeah, it was fun.
But yeah, we had some really good times above the bar, and I'm gonna look back at that little year. Was it 2 years? Close to. Hold on.
Where I was living there was for a year. It was
Okay, yeah.
October to October. It was like October of 2013 to October of 14, I think.
Yeah, no, we moved in that above the bar in September, end of September.
Yeah, 13.
August, September. No, end of August.
And yeah, because it was right when me and
then
Sarah broke up, and I went right from living with her to living with you. I moved my shirt in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you didn't want to live with your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that span, there was a lot of fucking good moments. I met a lot of cool people in that.
Yeah, like my group meshed with yours. That's like when some of my friends that I had hung out with a long time started coming back and hanging out, and a lot of your friends started hanging out and shit.
Yeah.
And just fucking parties nonstop, dude.
Well, not so much my friends, but like most of the people that I'm really good friends with now are like some of my favorite people from like Clio or people that I met through you.
Yeah.
Like, right off the bat is like Dave Shoemaker, Lance Webb, Dustin Holben.
Yeah.
Like, I met them all through you, and those are like 3 of my favorite people. And so that's my story. I had a shitty night. It wasn't a good night at all. Nothing worked out in my favor. And last question before I end the podcast: have I been a good friend? And if I haven't, what could I change?
Oh, dude, no, you've been the best. I don't know what the fuck. What could you change about being a friend?
No, what could I change about? Yeah.
You can cuddle after sex.
Yeah, and stop just like
telling them to leave after it's over with.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the biggest thing.
I don't like Frank's answers.
No, dude, just keep being yourself.
Sweet, and I'm gonna ask every guest that. So,
okay.
All right, man. This is the Blackout Biographies, and that was my first guest, Lance. So on to the next.